statement. This is to advise the general public that in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, entitled Senator Byer and Bear Open Public Meeting Act, New Jersey Casino Control Commission on June 21st, 2020, filed with Secretary of State at the State House in Trenton a notice of this meeting. On June 21st, 2022, copies were mailed to subscriber. Any member of the public who wishes to address the commission will be given the opportunity to do so before the commission adjourns for the day. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome everyone who is joining us in person and remotely today. For this meeting, we are permitting meeting participants who wish to do so to continue to address the Commission through remote technology. We are also permitting in-person participation. The public meeting room is therefore open and the appropriate health measures are being taken. We will, however, continue to stream our public meetings. The public is able to listen through the access provided on the Commission's website as well as through our YouTube channel. We will accept public comments via email. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.nj.gov. I'll repeat that address. Comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.nj.gov beginning now and any time throughout the meeting, ending at the time of the adjournment. This meeting is being transcribed as well as recorded, and minutes will be available on our website in due course. To meeting participant callers, I ask that you follow the instructions provided with the web link or audio call-in code and place your phones on mute until your matter is called. Also, please remember to identify yourself before speaking. Thank you.
Good morning. When I call your name, please answer for the roll. Commissioner Molyneux,
Present.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Present.
and Chairman Pelosi.
President.
Thank you. Matters discussed in closed session this morning included employee license matters, approval of the following policies within the Commission's Personnel Policy and Procedures Manual. They included the telework policy and procedure, amendments to the alternative workweek policy, and the violence in the workplace policy. Also, an update was given with regard to litigation involving Juana Torres versus City of Atlantic City and Casino Control Commission, docket number L34882. And I think we approved. Item number 1 for your consideration is ratification of the minutes of the June 8, 2022 public meeting.
Are there any questions for council or corrections?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to ratify the minutes of the June 8th, 2022 meeting.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 2 are applications for initial casino key employee licenses. They include Peter D. Hegarty, Oscar O. Iturralde, Joshua B. Ives, Jody C. Madigan, Nadira M. Powell, Jose A. Spavalde Cruz, Lourdes M. Sierra Rodriguez, also known as Lourdes M. Diana Bernard, Nicholas R. Simonson, Sylvia Y. Smith, Amy Sue, also known as Amy Wu, Amy Wuman, Amy Suman, and Lam Hu Nu, Florian Tolja, and Danielle Williams. There are 8 consent matters Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, with respect to the matters of Nadira Powell, Jose Spovalda Cruz, Sylvia Smith, and Danielle Williams, those matters will be called separately. The remaining applicants have been reviewed by the division and commission staff with a recommendation that their initial casino key employee licenses be granted.
Are there any questions on any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to remand for a hearing the 4 initial key casino employee, pardon me, excuse me, what was the next page, excuse me. Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the 8 initial casino key employee licenses.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. The remaining matters, Nadira Powell, Jose Spovalda Cruz, Sylvia Smith, and Danielle Williams. There is a request made by the division for a conference. Staff has reviewed those matters and do recommend that you remand those 4 applicants to the contested case process.
Are there any questions regarding any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to remand for a hearing the 4 initial casino key employee license applications.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 3 are approvals through delegation of authority between June 1, 2022 and June 30, 2022, pursuant to Resolution 2022-11211B. Patrick Eeler, Licensing Manager, will review those matters with you. However, no action is required by the Commission at this time.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Patrick Eeler, appearing on behalf of the Commission's Regulatory Affairs Division. Between June 1st and June 30th, 2022, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Monique I. Gracia for an assistant security shift manager position at Tropicana, Atlantic City, and a multi-casino endorsement on an existing casino key employee license was granted to Heetal G. Mistry for a position of casino controller for Boardwalk 1000 and for Hard Rock Atlantic City. On June 13th, 2022, a temporary key employee license was granted to Thomas J. Fulmer for an assistant security shift manager position at Borrego, to Victoria S. Hudo for a floor manager position at Resorts Atlantic City, and to Noah C. Sisinski for a sportsbook supervisor position at Harrah's Atlantic City. On June 14, 2022, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Ina Botang Gaima for a cashier casino services supervisor position at Harrah's Atlantic City. On June 16, 2022, temporary casino key employee licenses were granted to Kevin M. Mason for a slot service supervisor position, and to Melissa L. Stuchel for a casino marketing director position, both at Tropicana Atlantic City, and to Brian G. Conley for a senior VIP account manager position at Resorts Digital Gaming. And on June 24, 2022, temporary casino key employee licenses were granted to Nilsa Gonzalez Zechev for a credit executive position, and to Abel Rojas Rodriguez for an assistant security shift manager position, both at Borgata, and to Brian M. Long for a surveillance analyst position at Bally's Atlantic City, to Maria E. Miller for a dual-rate slot operations shift manager position at Ocean Casino, and to Kristen N. Staffiari for a dual-rate slot services supervisor / shift manager position at Harrah's Atlantic City. This shall memorialize the noted approvals that were granted by the Commission's Division of Regulatory Affairs via its delegated authority during this period, and no further Commission action is required. Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 4 for your consideration are requests for inactivation of casino key employee licenses. Again, Manager Patrick Eeler will review those matters with you.
The following 4 individuals have requested to be placed on the Casino Key Employee Approved Inactive List for a period of up to 5 years in lieu of filing a Casino Key Employee License Review application. They are Carrie L. Hall, Jeffrey C. Jameson, John Mahakian, and Michael A. Viviano. Commission staff has reviewed these requests and recommends that you grant the requested relief.
Are there any questions on any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the requested relief and order that the 4 casino key employee licenses be inactivated.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 5 is consideration of the lapsing of casino key employee licenses. Again, Mr. Eeler will review those.
At this time, there are 3 individuals for your consideration to lapse their Casino Key Employee License. In each of these cases, the Casino Key Employee License Review application filing deadline has passed, and the individual has not filed a Casino Key Employee License Review application, nor requested to be placed on the approved inactive list. Based on these facts, the staff recommends that the Casino Key Employee Licenses of the following individuals be deemed to have lapsed. Marianne E. Bike, also known as Marianne E. Byer and Marianne E. Kapuk. Roberta L. Bowen, also known as Roberta L. Smith, and Kevin May.
Are there any questions on any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to find that the 3 casino key employee licenses lapsed pursuant to NJAC 19:41A-6.1F of the regulations.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Item number 6 is the stipulation of settlement in the initial application of Tracy S. Taylor for a casino key employee license. Senior Counsel Teresa Pimpinelli will address that matter with you.
Morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, here on behalf of the Commission. For your consideration is a stipulation of settlement in the matter of the initial application of Tracy Taylor for a casino key employee license. You have staff's memo and recommendation on this matter. Before I introduce counsel, I would like to note a correction for the record. Ms. Taylor indicated during her conference that the letter report stated she worked at Trump Plaza from April 2015 to October of 2016. However, Trump Plaza was not in operation as of April 2015. Please let the record reflect that Ms. Taylor worked at the Trump Taj Mahal from April 2005 until it closed in October of 2016. Ms. Fedowitz is here on behalf of the division, and I would just ask her to enter her appearance and proceed.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General for the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further on this matter and respectfully requests that the stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you.
Ms. Pimpinelli, the applicant is not on the line, correct?
No, she is not available. She's at work, she said.
Thank you. Are there any questions or counsel on this?
No.
Okay.
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant and grant the initial application of Tracy S. Taylor for a casino key employee license, subject to compliance with the terms and conditions as provided for in the stipulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 7 is stipulation of settlement in the initial application of Tyrone Brathway for a casino key employee license. Again, we have Senior Counsel Pimpinelli to review that with you.
Chairman and Commissioners, Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, here again for the Commission. And before you is a stipulation of settlement between the division and Mr. Brathwaite for his initial application for a casino key employee license. Mr. Brathway was notified of today's meeting. You have staff's memo and recommendation on this matter. Jocelyn Fedowitz is here on behalf of the division, and I would ask her to enter her appearance and proceed.
Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further on this matter and respectfully requests that the stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you.
Again, the applicant is not on the line?
Correct.
Thank you. Are there any questions for counsel?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant and grant the initial application of Tyrone Brathway for a casino key employee license, subject to compliance with the terms and conditions as provided for in the stipulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Ayes have it.
Item number 8 is the stipulation of settlement in the initial application of Joseph Beard III for a casino key employee license. Again, Senior Counsel Pipinelli will review it with you.
Hello again, Chairman and Commissioners. Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing for the Commission. Before you is the stipulation of settlement for Mr. Beard's initial application for his casino key employee license. He was notified of today's meeting. You have staff's memo and recommendation, and Ms. Fedowitz is here on behalf of the division. If she could just enter her appearance and proceed.
Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further on this matter and respectfully requests that the stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you.
Again, the applicant is not online?
No.
Thank you. Are there any questions for counsel?
No.
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant and grant the initial application of Joseph Beard III for a casino key employee license, subject to compliance with the terms and conditions as provided for in the stipulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Item number 9 is consideration of the initial application of Jamal W. McLean for a casino key employee license. Again, Senior Counsel Pipinelli will address it.
Chairman and Commissioners, Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel for the Commission. For your consideration is the initial application of Jamal McLean for his casino key employee license. The division filed a supplemental letter report on June 8th, 2022, recommending that the Commission grant the application. You have staff's memo and recommendation on this matter. Mr. McLean was notified of today's meeting. Ms. Fedowitz is here on behalf of the division, and I would ask her to enter her appearance and proceed.
Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division filed a supplemental report dated June 8th, 2022, withdrawing the division's request for a conference of this matter as the applicant has amended his 2020 tax returns and paid in full the resulting liability. Accordingly, the division now recommends the granting of the application for a casino key employee license. Thank you.
Again, the applicant is not online?
Correct.
Are there any questions for counsel? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the initial application of Jamal W. McLean for a casino key employee license.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Item number 10 is the stipulation of settlement in the initial application of Hansel A. Borrego for a casino key employee license. Again, Senior Counsel Pipinelli will review that matter with you.
Chairman and Commissioners, Teresa Pimpinelli again on behalf of the Commission. This is another stipulation of settlement for an initial casino key employee license, this time for the application of Hansel Borrego. Mr. Borrego was notified of today's meeting, indicated he will not be appearing. You have staff's memo and recommendation. I would ask Ms. Fedowitz to enter her appearance and proceed now.
Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further on this matter and respectfully requests that the stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you.
Again, the applicant is not online, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Are there any questions for counsel?
No.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant and grant the initial application of Hansel A. Borrego for a casino key employee license, subject to compliance with the terms and conditions as provided for in the stipulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 11 is the stipulation of settlement in the initial application of Andrew Egget for a casino key employee license. Again, we have Senior Counsel Pipinelli to review that with you.
Chairman and Commissioners, Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing on behalf of the Commission. For your consideration is the stipulation of settlement for the initial application of Andrew Egget for his casino key employee license. Mr. Egget was notified of today's meeting. He did contact staff this morning and advised he would be watching the proceedings on our YouTube channel, but that he did not wish to formally appear. Staff indicated to him it was not required for him to appear. You have staff's memo and recommendation on this matter. Jocelyn Fedowitz is here on behalf of the division. I would ask her to enter her appearance and proceed.
Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further on this matter and respectfully requests the stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you.
So the applicant does not want to be heard.
He feels his stipulation speaks for himself.
Are there any questions on this matter
No.
for counsel?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant and grant the initial application of Andrew Egget for a casino key employee license, subject to compliance with the terms and conditions as provided for in the stipulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
And the last stipulation, item number 12, is a stipulation of settlement in the initial application of Jorge Cruz Jr. for a casino key employee license. Again, Senior Counsel Pipinelli will address that with you.
Good morning again, Commissioners. Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing for the Commission. This is my final matter for your consideration today. It is another stipulation of settlement, this time for the initial application of Jorge Cruz Jr. for a casino key employee license. Mr. Cruz was notified of today's meeting. You do have staff's memo of recommendation for this matter. Ms. Fedowitz is here on behalf of the division and may now enter her appearance and proceed.
Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further on this matter and respectfully requests that this stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you.
Again, the applicant is not on the line. Are there any questions for counsel on this matter?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant and grant the initial application of Jorge Cruz Jr. for a casino key employee license, subject to compliance with the terms and conditions as provided for in the stipulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, is there, we'll take a vote there. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And my apologies to Mr. Madama for not offering the opportunity to go out of turn, but we now will address item number 13, which is the petition of MGM Resorts International requesting permission from Michael J. Capetta to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Senior Vice President of Internal Audit pending plenary qualification. Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, this matter was initiated by a petition number 173-2204, dated June 22, 2022, seeking the temporary qualification as indicated of Mr. Michael Caputa. We do have counsel present, and with your permission, Mr. Chairman, I would ask that they enter their appearances and proceed.
Good morning, Pat Madamba, Senior Vice President and Legal Counsel of MGM Resorts International and Marina District Development Company, LLC. And I'm in no rush. It's really nice to see everyone in person.
Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Tracy Richardson, Deputy Attorney General for the Division of Gaming Enforcement.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Sure. I've reviewed the draft resolution, and it's fine in form and substance for Mr. Capetta, who will become the Senior Vice President in Internal Audit. He'll be replacing Bob Rudloff, actually from Atlantic City. Bob had a very long career, 40-plus years in internal audit, but started out in Atlantic City. Thank you.
Division?
Chairman and Commissioners, you have the division's letter dated July 5th consenting to the temporary qualification of Michael Capetta. We've also reviewed the draft resolution and have no objections. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and authorize Michael J. Capetta on a temporary basis and prior to his plenary qualification to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Senior Vice President of Internal Audit for MGM Resorts International, subject to the conditions contained in NJSA 5:12-85.1C and NJAC 13:69C-2.7.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you again.
Item number 14 is the joint petition of Caesars Entertainment, Inc., Harrah's Atlantic City Operating Company, LLC, Boardwalk Regency, LLC, and Tropicana Atlantic City Corp. For the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license to Melissa Turner pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89E, with a waiver of residency requirement pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89B4. This matter was initiated by a petition, PRN 1742203, that was dated June 23, 2022, requesting the relief identify, which is the temporary key licensure with residency waiver for Melissa Turner to serve as, to continue to serve as Director of Enterprise Shared Services for the Caesars Entertainment Corporation. We do have counsel. One is present via Zoom, and division is present in person. With your permission, Mr. Chairman, I would ask that they enter their appearances and proceed.
Good morning. Beth Sacco, Vice President, Chief Counsel, Regional Operations for Caesars Entertainment, appearing on behalf of the joint petition by Caesars Entertainment and the 3 Atlantic City Caesars properties, Harrah's, Caesars, and Tropicana. Does Connor need to enter his appearance now since he's there? I apologize, I'm not there.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Connor Martin, Deputy Attorney General for the Division of Gaming Enforcement.
This petition requests the Commission to approve the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license to Melissa Turner. She serves as the Director of Credit with the Caesars Entertainment Enterprise Shared Services Credit Department, which is located in Las Vegas, Nevada. The credit executives in New Jersey, which are part of the ESS Credit Department, shall report to Melissa Turner. So we are requesting that she be issued a temporary casino key employee license. And because the position is located in Nevada, we are also requesting a New Jersey residency waiver, which the Commission has authority to grant in accordance with NJSA 5:12-89B4. Ms. Turner filed her appropriate application materials on June 10th. I reviewed the division's letter interposing no objection to the petition. I've reviewed the form of resolution, and I would respectfully request that the Commission approve the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license to Melissa Turner with the New Jersey residency waiver, and I'd be happy to answer any questions the Commission would have. Thank you.
So the division filed an email response on June 30th, not objecting to the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license to Melissa Turner with a waiver of the New Jersey residency requirement. The division has reviewed the draft resolution and submitted edits for consideration. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council on this matter?
No.
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the joint petition and issue a temporary casino key employee license to Melissa Turner pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89E and NJAC 19:41A-5.3, and further grant the petitioner's request to waive the residency requirement as provided for in NJSA 5:12-89B4.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
No.
I'd like to make a footnote here. In regards to this position, there's support staff that will be in New Jersey assisting the head accountant. So we do have some positions in New Jersey in this area. So I just wanted that footnoted for the record. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 15 is the petition of Tropicana Atlantic City Corp. Requesting permission for Melissa Stuchel to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Director of Casino Marketing pending plenary qualification. This matter was initiated by a petition PRN 1802201 dated June 28, 2022, seeking Ms. Stuchel's temporary qualification to serve in the position indicated, which is Director of Casino Marketing. For the record, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, it's noted that you were advised previously that Ms. Stuchel was issued a temporary casino key employee license under delegated authority on June 16, 2022. Thus, the matter for your consideration is limited to the temporary qualification of Ms. Stuchel, as she was indicated by, designated by the Director of the Division as a qualifier in relation to her position as Director of Casino Marketing. You do have counsel present, one by Zoom and one in person, and I would ask with your permission, Mr. Chairman, that they enter their appearances and proceed.
Good morning again, Chairman Pelosi, Commissioners, Beth Sacco, Vice President and Chief Counsel, Regional Operations for Cedars Entertainment, appearing on behalf of Tropicana Atlantic City.
Good morning again, Chairman and Commissioners. Connor Martin, Deputy Attorney General for the Division of Gaming Enforcement.
As Ms. Fauntleroy just pointed out, this is a petition for the temporary qualification of Melissa Stuchel so that she can assume the duties and exercise the powers of the Director of Casino Marketing position with Tropicana Atlantic City. Ms. Stuchel is currently the Manager of Player Services for Cedars Atlantic City and Harrah's Atlantic City, and she has been promoted to the lead position in casino marketing with Tropicana Atlantic City. She has, as Diana pointed out, she's already been granted her temporary casino key employee license, but was thereafter designated as a qualifier. I have reviewed the division's letter interposing no objection. I've also reviewed the draft resolution, and I have no objection to the form and substance, and I would respectfully request that the commission approve Ms. Stuchel to assume the duties and exercise the powers of the Director of Casino Marketing position with Tropicana Atlantic City pending her plenary qualification. Thank you.
The division filed an email response on June 29th, not objecting to Melissa Stuchel's acting as and performing the duties of Director of Casino Marketing for Tropicana Atlantic City Corp, pending plenary casino key employee licensure and qualification. We have reviewed the draft resolution and have no objection. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and authorize Melissa Stuchel on a temporary basis and prior to her plenary qualification, to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Director of Casino Marketing for Tropicana Atlantic City Corp., subject to the conditions contained in NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote?
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 16 is in the matter of the extension of the interim casino authorization of OCR Investment LLC. Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, this matter is initiated by your own motion to extend the interim casino authorization of OCR Investment LLC pursuant to NJSA 5:12-9516. As you know, interim casino authorization was entered by the Commission at its October 13, 2021 public meeting. For administrative scheduling purposes, the matter should be considered prior to the nine-month period, which is July 13. Accordingly, in order to consider the matter later, an extension of the ICA is appropriate. There is an expectation, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, that shortly after this meeting, a notice will be sent to the Secretary of State scheduling the matter for a meeting prior to the end of this month.
Thank you.
Council has been communicated with, and I do not believe that any council is expected to appear, as no objections to the extension were indicated.
Are there any questions for Commission Counsel?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion on this matter?
Mr. Chairman, I move to extend the interim casino authorization of OCR Investment LLC for a period of no more than 3 months.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote?
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you. In accordance with Resolution 22-120803, the next closed session shall be held on Wednesday, August 10, 2022, at 9:30 a.m. in the Commission offices.
This is the public participation portion of the meeting. Is there anyone from the public that wishes to speak? Ms. Fauntleroy, do we have any email comments?
I am checking right now, Mr. Chairman. And there does not appear to be any.
Thank you. Is there a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make the motion to adjourn the meeting.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. The meeting is now adjourned.